Hey, this is Curiosity Man, and I want to show 4 different ways I know of to exploit Cutman. If anyone knows a 5th, let me know. This is the first method I know of for exploiting Cutman, which is just to get in his face at the beginning, and then keep pushing him back like this. That's the first way. This is the second way that I know of. This one, personally, I actually don't recommend. Because, and this is why I don't recommend it right here, because of his varying jump distance. It's still not, like, that hard, but fighting him that way legitimately is a little challenging because of the fact that in that arena you don't have that much room. Some of your space is taken up by the guts blocks. Of course, that's super easy to do in the rematches where it's all flat. This is the third way I know of to exploit Cutman. I like to call this one the Rome-Mithril method. Oh. The reason I call this the Rome-Mithril method is because he is how I first found out this existed. Literally, some of the first Mega Man footage I ever watched was his Mega Man 1 Cutman Perfect run, where he did this against him. Shoutouts to Rome-Mithril. The fourth way to exploit Cutman that I know of is what inspired me to make this in the first place. Ah, fucking hell, I have to try again. Actually setting this up is kinda hard. There we go. I got it. This was posted by Karakato on Twitter. Basically, if you manage to get Cutman up there, you can make him do a Toadman. Karakato's tweet of him doing that is actually what inspired me to make this compilation of every way there is that I know of to exploit Cutman. I don't know if there is a 5th. If there is, I would love to know, because I think the fact that there are 4 different ways to do it is funny as hell. Although, that last one I don't really recommend it, because actually setting it up, I realized, is kinda hard. It's because of the fact that because of Cutman's random jump distance, basically he's like Crashman, where when he jumps, it's random as to if he's going to jump in front of you or jump behind you. And I think he can actually also jump on top of you as well, so he is kind of like the quick man in that sense, at least in terms of jump distance. And the thing is, if he doesn't jump too far, or he can straight up just keep jumping because you're still close to him. And then that randomness of how far he goes becomes a problem. On top of that, it is completely random if he's going to stop and throw the rolling cutter, or if he's gonna throw the rolling cutter while he's airborne. Yeah. This is why, low-key, if Cutman didn't flinch when getting hit from the Buster, he'd probably be one of the hardest Roadmasters, actually. He'd unironically be a pretty tough guy if he didn't flinch from getting hit. Let's see if I can... There are 4 ways to exploit Cutman that I know of. Let's see if I can do the first line, though, which is this. And I messed it up. Amazing. This is the first way that I know of. I can't believe when I start recording, suddenly I start messing it up. The fourth method that I know of to exploit Cutman was... Okay, actually, setting up the fourth method is kinda hard. This is the fourth way to exploit Cutman that I know of. Although actually setting it up is kinda hard. Shoutouts to Karakato on Twitter who actually posted it. I don't know if he's the first person who found it, but he was the one who posted it on Twitter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna simulate what would basically be the Cutman fight if he didn't flinch. This is what I need. See how the random jump distance is a problem? Also, actually dodging his attack becomes more of an issue as well. Up! Up! See, and that's another thing. He can choose to just land immediately and throw it, which is actually surprisingly hard to react to. Ah! See, this is what I mean. If he didn't flinch when getting hit, he'd actually be a tough boss. Ah. Several ROM hacks actually like to completely remove Cutman's flinching, and as a result, Cutman legitimately becomes a difficult boss. One of the most infamous examples of this is Rockman Claw. Yes, I lose, I don't care. Although I will say, I fucking love Rockman Claw. You should play it. It's gas. If you love ROM hacks. That are actually good, that is. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about before ending off the video is the music that could be heard during the transitions. That is music that I made myself. You can actually see that I talk about it in one of my tweets where I'm responding to Karakato as I'm in the process of making this video. I made that remix because I just didn't feel right simply using the original Cutman stage song or any official Cutman stage song like the Game Boy version or the Wily Wars version, the Mega Man 8 version, etc., etc. But I also didn't want to just use someone else's fan-made remix either, so it just felt more right to make my own remix of it, which, if you're an Ace Attorney fan, you may have noticed, is kind of a bait and switch into Athena Cykes' character song, Courtroom Extraordinaire. I mean, no, Courtroom Revolutionnaire, as I believe it's called, not Extraordinaire. You get at the point. I will be releasing that song at some point in the future. Not right now, because I do want to make an entire second half where it's an actual Cutman remix. But until then, stay tuned. And have a great day.